Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Vesna here. Thank you so much for stopping by. For today's video, I'm going to be doing two Kirkland's dupes and they're Easter and spring themed. So I saw this truck on the Kirkland's website and I thought it was really cute. It was about 15 bucks, I think. Regardless, we don't have a Kirkland's here, so to have it delivered to Canada and shipped and all of that stuff, even if they, I'm not even sure if they do shipping, but it would be quite expensive. So I thought, well, this sign would just do the trick. So the sign is from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just taking it apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand off the glitter, and I'm going to cut off the carrots and the bunny's butt. And then I'm going to wind up reusing everything. I'm just going to do it a little bit differently. I don't love that the paper ripped off the carrots, but I'll just wind up repainting them and cutting them out to just to look like a better shaped carrot. And I'm just using an X-Acto knife for all of this, and then I'm sanding and kind of cutting down all the parts that are loose and not looking the best. And like I said, I'll be reusing everything. I may wind up, when I was doing this, I thought I was going to wind up using all of the carrots, but I don't wind up using all of them, but I do save them for different projects just in case, because I always do that. So once I clean everything up, it's time to paint it. So I sand down a little bit more of the Happy Easter and the tires just to get the glitter off so I can paint over it. I wind up painting black over top of the tires and this Paradise Blue for the truck. So I'm keeping it pretty much blue like it was before. I'm just giving it a little bit more depth and color and kind of getting rid of the shininess because I really don't like the glitter. So just do a light coat over top of the truck in the blue, and then I wind up coloring the entire tire in black. Once the truck is all painted, I add some of the white acrylic paint just around the edges and the tires and kind of where the door would be. And I'm doing this because I want it, like I said, to have a little bit of more character than it did before and to look more farmhousey, rustic type of look to it. Once that's done, I go ahead and fix up the carrots and just touch up the bunny's butt. For the carrots, I'm adding this pumpkin orange, and I'm using it with a brush that has a little bit of brown on it that I didn't wash. So it gives it more of a darker kind of orange, not such a bright orange look, but more like a rustic aged orange or a burnt orange. And I'm just doing the paint over top of these carrots. And then I use a leaf green for the top and for the bunnies, but I'm just painting it over with some white acrylic paint. Again, just to get rid of so much of that shininess and just to kind of mute some of the pink so it's not so in your face shiny and bright. Once that's all dry and ready to go, I attach my carrots to the pickup truck. I just hot glue them at the back and I just dry brush a little bit of black over top of the truck and then wipe it off with a wet wipe. And this is just to give that truck a more of a dirty kind of rustic feel to it. I like the way it looked just blue, but I thought it was a little bit too new looking, so I thought the black would add a little bit more. I'm using my new glue gun, which I talked about in my previous video, which I can link here, and it's working really well. And I'm just using that to hot glue the carrots, and then I hot glue the bunny's bum at the end. And then I decided that instead, the Kirkland's dupe that I saw was it standing on its own, but I had done something like that with another spring DIY that I did. So this one I wanted it to hang on one of my doors. When you come into my house, I have two doors. One is to the bathroom, one is to the outside. So I wanted it on the bathroom door. So I just attached some jute rope to the back. So that's all there is to this guy. Really easy to do. Very inexpensive. It cost me $1.25 because I am in Canada and these things are $1.25 at the Dollar Tree, not $1. And here's the dupe. I think I nailed it. Like I said, it was a stand on its own, but I wanted it as a plaque, so that's the only difference. If you wanted to have this exact replica, you could easily use a paint stir stick at the bottom, paint it black, and attach this guy to that. But here it is. Completed. Love the way it turned out. So this video is a part of a friend hop. It's hosted by Sonia over at Domestic Diva DIY, and we are hopping with these lovely ladies. And what you have to do is check out the link in my description, and that link will take you to the next DIY video, and that way you just go through the playlist a different way. Rather than having a playlist, you hop on over to the next friend's video. It's a fun way to do it. It's a small collab, so it's not a giant playlist, and everyone is super talented. So everyone's information will be linked in my description below, as well as the link to the next video. Now, if you haven't been to my channel before, thank you so much for stopping by. I do lots of home decor, DIYs, thrift flips, trash to treasures, furniture flips, anything on a budget for home decor that looks high-end, farmhousey, rustic-y, I do. So if that's the kind of stuff you like, check it out. All of these things that I'm making currently, I make for my home. I'm sure that'll change down the road, or I'll just redo some of the things that I've made because, I mean, I don't have endless amounts of storage, but this is what I'm doing for now, and I'm really enjoying it. So if you want to see, come on an adventure with me and see what I make. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, and let me know that you're here and that you subscribed. Thanks, and let's move on to the second DIY. Basically, if you thought the last DIY was easy and expensive, this one is even easier. It's a little bit more costly just because we don't have lamb's ears at our Dollar Trees, but if you can find them at Walmart or at Dollar Tree for a cheap cost, I always stock up on them because they're good to have. So what I'm doing is I have this galvanized pot that I bought at the thrift store for $2, and I am going to be making it a little bit more galvanized rustic looking. And I do this just by combining some colors. Now this pot is from Dollarama, so I think it was $4. So you can get it brand new if you don't find it at the thrift store. You can also find them without the little ropes, and I think those ones are even cheaper, but I came across this. It was $2. It wasn't too bad, and it already had the jute rope, so I loved it. So I'm combining a few colors. I'm combining dark blue, black, gray, and white. And I'm just dabbing colors as I go. And this is how I've made plenty of galvanized look type of pots. So I can link one of the most recent ones. I believe it's a Christmas one that I did up at the top, and you can check that out. There's also a Valentine's Day one where I made wood look like galvanized steel, so check that out. I'll link the two videos up here. And once I do that and get the look that I'm going for, I just assemble the flowers in it, and that's my dupe. Now, for the flowers, I did get these on Amazon, and these lamb's ears. So they were the most expensive part of my project. I believe I got 4 stems for about $13, so it's a little bit more than I would spend. But the stems were, so this is from one stem. These 2 little stems are from one stem. So the stems went quite a long way. And then I'm just adding these lavender bits um, from Dollar Tree. Now, as you can see, some of them I've already used for other projects. So I would say there's about $3 worth of floral in here, plus maybe another $2 for the lamb's ears. So you're looking at about $5 for the floral and $2 for the basket. So it's about $7. A little bit, like I said, it's not cheap, as inexpensive as the other one, but still fairly inexpensive, especially compared to the dupe, which was quite a bit more. So here is the dupe. And like I said, I think mine is pretty close. So it costs $24.99. Again, that's American, and I'm talking about Canadian dollars. And that's what the dupe looks like. And here's my completed arrangement. I think I am pretty close to what Kirkland's made. Leave me a comment below. Let me know which one you like better. Make sure you check out everyone in the friend hop, but especially hop on over now to the next video. And everyone's info is linked in my description box below. I will be having a mega video coming out on Saturday, so make sure you check that out. And thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great week. And if it's your Easter and you celebrate right now, happy Easter.